ask many agents what are they doing to improve the business, and many of them tell me that they wish for more hours in a day. And that's quite sad, really, because the vast majority of property agents, they're working 80 to 90 hours a week, and they work very long hours. And that's why they don't have enough time left for themselves to focus on their family, to focus on themselves, right? And it's so predictable. I keep seeing agents and I keep asking them the same question, and many of them keep giving me the same exact same answer again and again. They don't have enough time for themselves. How can they, take the time to go and improve the business, right? So here's the thing about real estate. Every agent I see is working 80, 90 hours in a week, and that's a long time. And there are only two scenarios right now. You can Majority of agents come under this: either they make a lot of money, or they don't have enough. They don't have a life outside real estate because they're working 80 to 90 crazy long hours, right? And the second scenario is they're not making any money, but they have a life outside real estate, and that's pretty tragic, isn't it? And that but the thing is that the exact same thing also happened to me before, and I was in the same example before. And at the time I was, struggling. After I was struggling to get enough business, right? I was, trying to improve myself, and it went on for a while until, one day I just couldn't take it. I just wanted to give up. I just wanted to quit because I was working too hard for too little result. And the thing that I realized that day is that too much hard work leads to burnout, and I was burning out fast. And I wish for more hours in a day, and that is how you know that you are already reaching burnout. You want to quit. You feel like, you know no matter what you do, nothing seems to make a difference, and nothing is working in your business, right? And I've been there in the same position before. I was in exactly the same position, and that is where things started to change for me for the better, because ironically I got the answer from a book, and I keep this book with me all these years. And this book is The E-Myth by Michael Gerber, and this change literally changed my life. This book changed my life. I read it. It's so old. I still keep it in my library, right? And this book changed my life for the better. And this was the book I was remember I said that I was almost wanted to quit, right? And I shut myself up, and I was staying at home, and I was trying to avoid, meeting all those customers and all the clients of mine at the time, until I went to the bookshop and I stumbled across this book and I bought this book, right? So after I bought this book, what Gerber was talking about is, in this book, what he says, the basic summary of this book is about leverage, right? So he told me that there are three types of leverage, so that you are not the one running your business. Because remember, early on, I felt like giving up. I was like, hard work didn't seem to produce the result that I wanted, right? I put in so many hours, 80, 90 hours a week, yet my results were not changing. And that was because I was not leveraging. I was not using the concept of leverage. I was a slave to my business. Remember McDonald's? So Michael Gerber in this book gave the example of McDonald's, because McDonald's is a business, and the business owner of McDonald's is not the one flipping burgers. He doesn't do that any of this stuff, right? Yet for us real estate agents, we are the one doing all the admin job. We're the one putting all the ads out there. We're the one answering the phone calls. We're the admin assistant. We're the telemarketer. We're the vice president of our company. We're the face of our organization, and we're the salesman too. So we're doing thousands and thousands of jobs, and we're getting nowhere fast because it burns quickly. You quickly burn out. How is it possible that you put in so much effort, so much time, so much energy, yet things don't seem to move? The needle doesn't move, right? So the thing that I learned from Michael Gerber in this book was that leverage, the concept of leverage. So Gerber taught me that three types of leverage. The first one was marketing. So after that time when I really wanted to give up, right, because hard work made me feel burnout. And I become a student of Gerber, right? And I started, applying what he was telling me. And he said something about marketing that still stuck to me all these years. And what he said is that what you want doesn't matter; it's irrelevant. And what matters is what your customers want. and that is marketing, the right marketing, so that you give them what they want. And I became a better student of marketing. I started learning about direct response marketing, and direct response marketing is a way for me to get the customers, get the prospect, do what I want them to do in a way that also gives them what they want in a house, right? So that is direct response marketing, and I started doing that, and I started applying it, and I started getting a lot of results, and I started getting a lot of leads quickly and fast. And the second type of leverage that I used was the concept of, okay, leverage itself. What I mean by leverage is not the financial leverage you hear from the financial gurus. It's the kind of leverage, simple leverage, like levers, like pliers, right? So pliers is the form of leverage, right? So leverage maximizes your result for the least amount of effort, time, and money and risk on your part. And basically, the next leverage after I use marketing, right, is system. I invest in technology. I set up systems for myself, and by using system, what is the system? A system is very simple. It's not just technology. It's not just about technology. System in layman term, in simple term, is anything that is easy to duplicate, easy to, it gives you the same results day in day out every single time, and it works. All right. So I give you example is McDonald's. McDonald's has a system, right? That's why it works day in day out, and that is why it's a business. Unlike property agents who are stuck in a tough job, and yet many of us don't even want to admit that we are really in a tough job. All right. So only by using leverage you are able to free yourself up from this tough job into a real business that works for you, that gives you the money that you want, that gives you the lifestyle that you want. All right. So that's the second type of leverage, with the system. And the third type of leverage is basically people, right? When you hire people, when you hire team members, you basically clone yourself in a way that it frees you up to do other things, right? So basically, what I did, what Gerber tell me to do is very simple. I sit down, and I also want you to do the same thing. Sit down, find a piece of paper, grab a pen, and start writing down what are the things that you can, outsource. What are the stuff that you don't really need to do, right? So in real estate, there are a ton of jobs that we have to do, a ton of stuff that we get done, right? But some of the jobs are actually low leverage, and some of the jobs give you high leverage. I give you an example of a high leverage activity in real estate is appointment, face-to-face meeting, right? So when you go in a meeting, when you go in an appointment, you can change the outcome, and that you get paid directly because of an appointment, because of a meeting, right? So a meeting is something that you cannot outsource. You are the one who go there inside the meeting and see the client and serve the buyer and serve the seller, right? And the rest, many of the things, for example, marketing, you can outsource it, you can automate it, all right? So when you use leverage like marketing, when you use leverage like system, when you use leverage like, the correct type of technology, right, you free yourself up, and that is the real secret, that you will never again wish for more hours in a day.